Life on Earth began in the oceans around 3.8 billion years ago, but this life didn't breathe oxygen. The earliest organisms, such as bacteria, were anaerobic, meaning they didn't require oxygen to survive. Instead, they thrived in an atmosphere without it. Life started without oxygen. About 2.4 billion years ago, a breakthrough occurred. Cyanobacteria, the ancestors of modern-day algae, evolved the ability to perform photosynthesis. This process used sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen, a game changer for Earth's atmosphere. Cyanobacteria didn't just produce oxygen for a short period. Over millions of years, they began releasing massive amounts of oxygen as a byproduct of their photosynthesis. Around 2.4 billion years ago, this event, now known as the Great Oxygenation Event, changed Earth forever. As oxygen levels began to rise, they reacted with the methane and other gases in the atmosphere, slowly transforming Earth's air into something more like the oxygen-rich environment we know today. This change had dramatic effects on the planet. For organisms that thrived in oxygen-free environments, this was a disaster. The increasing levels of oxygen in the atmosphere were toxic to many anaerobic life forms. This caused what's known as the oxygen catastrophe, leading to the extinction of many species that couldn't adapt. But the rise of oxygen also opened new opportunities. The organisms that could harness oxygen for energy, known as aerobic organisms, began to thrive. This led to the evolution of complex life, including multicellular organisms, plants, and eventually animals. Another critical development was the creation of the ozone layer. As oxygen in the atmosphere reached higher levels, it reacted with ultraviolet radiation from the sun to form ozone. This ozone layer became Earth's protective shield, blocking harmful UV rays and making it possible for life to move onto land. The increase in oxygen allowed for the evolution of more complex life forms. Larger animals, such as the first land-dwelling creatures, emerged. Oxygen was the fuel for more advanced metabolism, allowing species to grow, reproduce, and evolve into the diverse forms we see today. Today, oxygen is the breath of life on Earth. The Great Oxygenation Event set the stage for the rise of plants, animals, and eventually humans. Without it, life as we know it would not exist. From the oceans to the skies, Earth's oxygen-rich atmosphere continues to sustain life in ways unimaginable billions of years ago.